Hands on the beat, bitch. Well, alrighty then. Let's start it.
Home button. Play video but
Come on. Come on. You know what time it is. Have your camera phone, you know the vibes. Reach out your shoes and grab yourself some popcorn, baby. Cause the easy show is online. Monday through Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern, baby. Grab your camera phone, you know the vibes. Reach out your shoes and grab yourself some popcorn, baby. Cause the easy show is online. So come chill with us. We show how to get some, baby. Welcome to my room, yes, I'm blind. Saturday live, East Coast time, y'all. On the rise, choose, ride, motivate minds, motivation, I try, thinking they climb, they waste time, giving you the ways they will beat you right, to do ways, using what they think is right, y'all. Thursday, you don't stop the day, open mic today, you can say it's time today. But I like Saturday, put them on Saturday. You can buy my stage, 30 minutes on the string. So what you come to for me? You're part of me in the scene. I call my PPP. I'm a kind of see. Won't you come join with me? You can be a part of me. I call my PPP. I'm a kind of see. Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know what it is. It's Tuesday, and we got a topic to talk
button.
about with
Tap to
you.
activate. Play video.
Just want to
Previous
see
track button.
the commentary behind uh, tonight's conversation. We're looking for you to answer tonight's question because I just, you know what I mean. Things just happen. Things happen. You know what I mean. And I'm in a situation where I could really use you guys' help. You know what I mean. Um, anybody that wants further details on this, just hit me later in the inbox and we'll talk about it. Or, we'll talk, what I mean, something like that. But I don't know. Like, I just want to say, honestly, like, I've heard it from a lot of people, and I'm already settled in my decision. But I wanted to get my conversation from you guys to see how you felt about this situation. You know, um, the reason why I wanted to get you guys' conversation points on this is mainly because like this shit has been something that is it's all right. Well, in most cases, this is what we call devastation. To my homeboys on the block, they say, man, bitches gonna do what they gonna do, and never believe a broad for anything she say unless you can prove it. And at the end of the day, like I'm assuming that's kind of where like this whole thing boils down to, because as far as the people I've spoken to, are concerned, this person has from day one just been like not even authentic with me. So at this point right now, I'm just like I don't know if anything that has gone about in this situation is even factual. So you know what I mean? Like, I hate to even make it seem like I'm choosing one side over the other, but it's a situation of everybody sees something that I can't, except for this person who's trying to convince me that it's not. So at the end of the day, what was said is that, you know, a whole shit ton of people ain't gonna just lie on you for no reason. None of them have any reason to lie. You know what I mean? Nor do they have any reason to sell me a false narrative, you know what I'm saying, in order to get me out of that situation with you because a lot of people thought I was happy. A lot of people seen I was happy. So when this comes up, and I mean for anyone who's dealing with a situation like this where they're in a station in a space where everything's being shielded from your view, um, until it's not, and then the stuff that's dreaded and most devastating to you is something that happens in real time, and you got to deal with that. You know.
Message. Tammy T. Will call you soon cuz. Service. Messages is doing work in the background.
Yeah. So like, I kind of want people to just come in and just let me know what you think about this situation. This conversation is up for you guys because I'm looking to see if you are interested in having this sit down with me because I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I know what I did. I know what I you know was involved in, wrongness that I may have been involved in at one point or another in this situation, but never during the time that this relationship was in its effects did I step out or become someone who is just basically in a you know singular situation where I don't put meaning I'm not putting the person I care about or I significantly have a feeling that I'm in love with in front of me. I tell a lot of y'all all know how I feel about the one that I'm with, and for this situation to be based around that, it makes this one of those days where it just feels really, really ominous. Like, and I mean, me myself personally, I'm not really too upset or anything. I'm just really hurt about all the time that I put in and feel like I've wasted, which at this point brings about something that I did for myself. You know what I mean? Like, and it wasn't even in the intentions of this prediction happening or something like this taking place, but I wrote a song and recorded a song. Shout out to Dr. Weathers for producing, for bringing that beat to me. Um, that track ended up being finished around the time that this incident took place over the weekend. So it's kind of weird how the sequence of events took place the way they did. You know, I've been having a lot of large conversations with my family, friends of friends, and all of that, just to kind of get a sense of understanding around this whole thing. Because some of my folks been with me since the very beginning of this. You know, I don't know how to see this in many ways. Like, as much as I would like to um, be, just spaz out, explode, and all this other stuff. I really don't see that making a point. You know, much like what I have already done, because I mean the damage I've already done is by far worse than what I was planning on doing. You know what I mean? Like, so at the end of the day, um, I don't know. Like, I just feel like at this point, you know, anybody who has like anything they would like to say about it can come in at, anytime. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this because, like I said, man, I've been trying to do the right thing. You know what I mean? That's all I've been trying to do is just do the right thing. But for me right now, I know that what I mean. We ain't gonna get nowhere, harping on the past and things. So anything that
has been decided at this point is literally going to stay that way until things change. And I noticed, like, with this situation for me, it's like it's a lot going on around it. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of people involved in this situation, and there are some people that at one point or another may end up getting hurt. I mean, I was definitely one of them. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying. You can't, like I said, harp on the past. You know what I mean. You got to be able to take that and be like, all right, this is not gonna end me. This is not the end of me. My life hasn't stopped because of this. So it's all in the motions of moving forward. You know what I'm saying? Like things happen, relationships end. Uh, Nothing stays the same, as they say. So it's easier for us to just understand that part and be willing to accept change and move forward. You know what I'm saying? Because these changes sometimes come in a way that may devastate you at one point, but they are for your benefit. So I seen this as a way of, being able to walk away from something that potentially was, causing me a lot of trauma um, at one point. So it's all good, at this point, to the people that constantly have asked questions about things like, hey, when are you going to see your daughter? When's the last time you seen your daughter? And, things like that. Um, it's a lot. It's a lot going on around that situation. I don't want to go too far into it, but let's just say it's a lot to unravel. You know what I mean? And I'm a man. You know what I mean? I'm a man, and I'm a man who cares about his family, his children, um, and I won't want nothing bad to happen to my baby. So at the end of the day, I'm always gonna be for my kids, no matter what the circumstances, situations. Um, that's it. That's really what it is. Um, and as far as I'm concerned, these things that go on in our day to day are just things that we have to acknowledge and either take the advice given or learn from the mistake, um, and work on how to make a better experience for yourself out here. So, excuse me. I myself, you know, we living in a world now where I'm just like, what up, whatever. It's, things happen. Like I said before, we can't harp on the past, so we got to keep moving, right? But you tell me, if you've seen the reel I posted on my timeline earlier today, check that out and let me know what you think about today's question of the day. Do you think I was right for what I'm doing? Do you think I should make amends? I mean, if you look at what others have seen, I can't even say what I have seen because I can't see. So I'm only looking at what other people are telling me, and multiple people, and these are people I trust, tell me these things, telling me something that they're seeing about someone that I care about. And I thought cared about me, but apparently what I can't see won't hurt me, correct? That's what they say. What you see won't hurt you. And I guess that was her thoughts too. So, you know, um, a lot of things came out of just this whole situation. I realized, um, I realized that I just can't be in a long distance relationship. I tried. I held up my end of the bargain as far as I know. Um, and I don't don't know. I feel like I feel like this part of the situation makes it harder for me to trust other people. You know what I'm saying? Because of that. You know what I'm saying? And granted, I'm not gonna let that take effect on me and how I feel about other people. You know, what's good? What's good? Appreciate you, Brody. But it's crazy how we go through all of these crazy situations, scenarios, and things in life, and somehow we feel like at some point we the people we're around aren't going to be the ones to do that kind of damage to us because we feel like we pick the people around us except for our family members, and in that circle of people that we pick, we think that you know we think that we've gone through all the steps to analyzing, making sure that these people aren't malicious people or have malicious intents. And I can't really address to say that that may be the case, but from what everybody else is making it out to be, I mean, damn, she's been vindictive from day one. But at the end of the day, that to me is not a descript for me. It's just the fact that when you've had to sit on you've had to sit on like years of a person fabricating something or just making something that isn't even important or significant seem as if it was something insignificant. You start to get to a point where you're getting tired of dealing with the bullshit because you got some people that really exaggerate certain shit, think that they want to seem super extra special, so they try to say things like, oh yeah, I do this and I got this going on, and just to make themselves look like the best or better than the rest. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, what's really seeping beneath that veneer is just the fact that you don't. And it's easier just to know that to be who you are, and you know what I mean, like stop, stop with the falsities, you know what I mean, because none of that shit works in the real world. I'm gonna keep it real with you. All these lies going around outside, people are starting to notice that that shit's adding up, and it's not going anywhere for anybody that's doing it. Think about what we're seeing right now in our highest politics. The courts are saying, you know, Trump look likely going to prison with all the shit going on. You know, lawyers and all that helping them break down the cases and all that stuff. But I mean, bro, you got 91 indictments. 91. They don't pull out indictments on people unless you really got the case locked down. So at the end of the day, you have fun thinking that your lawyers are gonna help you out, but you're fucking screwed, bro. But a lot of times, like that's my thing. Like I've been noticing how um in this particular situation, like what I mean, they just consistent about it, just constantly trying to plead their case and clean their face up to make themselves look innocent and unknowing to the whole situation. It's like, how do you do that when the evidence is literally sitting right here? And I mean, like, who does that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I ain't never in my life been in a situation. Well, I'm lying because I've had women that bold enough to bring the next nigga in front of me and then kick me out type of shit. So, I mean, I was that much of a square ass nigga. So at one point, and I mean, I guess history kind of repeats itself when you feel like you falling head over heels in love for somebody and you thought that that person was there with you too, and then all of a sudden you see the things that you couldn't see being brought to you and put in front of you, laid down in front of you at your feet. And it's like, what do you do with that? What am I supposed to say to that? How do I defend somebody bringing to me a piece of information that incriminates you. It makes you look bad. I mean, absolutely funky, terrible bad. I ain't got none. But anybody that's out here in the crowd and you got some bud right now, it's 420 on the West Coast. Light it up. Smoke some. Smoke one for me too, because I ran out this month. But yeah, like, you know, I'm thinking about everything because all of this stuff is taking place on Thanksgiving week. Today particularly is my father's birthday. He would have been 61 years old today. Um, Lord rest his soul. These things just don't get any easier as you get older. I'll say that much. Um, Dealing with the fact that when you're dealing with a situation where you've been in a relationship, might not have been a long relationship, but I've been off and on in this relationship with this girl for upwards of 14 years now. You know what I mean? So um, there's a lot to digest there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even that this situation is something that I have been like just not involved, not engaged, or any of that. Like, you know what I mean? I very much was more than engaged. I was overly engaged at some points. There were people that said abandon me. I pay for this, I'll pay for that, but I'm not paying all of these things. I'm not paying for all of this stuff. I'm not doing all of this, and I don't see my lady. I don't get to have sex with my lady, and none of that stuff. But at the end of the day, um, my loyalty and love for a person is a lot deeper than that. But when you break it, when you take my loyalty and you do something so devastating like what I have witnessed and had to bear witness to, then honestly, there's nothing to say. It's just better off to leave and move on, because to sit and go and continue to try to fix something that obviously is not trying to fix itself, is constantly making things more difficult every day. It just seems like another, or it just seems like another day of just trying to make it through a situation that you really don't see a way out of. And I've been scratching at this position like this for the last 4 years, just trying to get you know um, things together and do what I know is responsibly right to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have not asked for any person to step in and be a referee or any of that for me in my situation with this woman. But at the end of the day, when this became something that came up, I needed help. And it's like, I ain't gonna say I need help to find this all out, but I needed someone to make me just give me the evidence. And at this point in time, God was the one person that gave me the evidence, and He gave it to me through the people that spoke to me over the weekend, this weekend. So much as I would like to be, you know, upset or angry about any of this, I'm not really. I'm just like, I'm more saddened by the fact that, you know, I have a lot more things to think about now. I know my choice that I've made, and I'm sticking with it. Um, at the end of the day, there is nothing that can change my mind right now, unless, you know what I mean? Like, you, like, she has to, like, seriously go out on a limb and literally prove to me that this is not true. And I mean, when I say you got to prove to me that it's not true, you got to show me, like, with evidence, like maybe even you and him on the phone with me, like, because at the end of the day, even there, You know what I'm saying? Like I need to know. And at the end of the day, it's not gonna kill me if I don't. But I'm gonna know my answer without knowing, without even knowing. And that's just it for me. You know what I mean? It's like if you don't want to give me at least that, then I don't know what else to say. You know, it's been fun. I really thought this was gonna be a long lasting, forever forever relationship, but you know, I guess things don't last forever. So I mean, at the end of the day, I said I'm not heartbroken about it. You know, hurricanes come, hurricanes go. You know, they devastate, but you can rebuild as long as life is not lost. You know, so for me, it's just that's really where I'm at right now. I'm just like that type of person right now, and I've allowed things to smooth themselves over because I'm not one of those persons that want to deal with the rocky roads of situations like that because honest and truthfully, I feel like this is the better way to dealing with things. It's like, yo, I'm not gonna fight with you. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm not even gonna try to raise my voice with you. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna accept that. I'm just not gonna accept that. And like I said, if you're real, come clean, tell the truth, and prove your facts. You know what I mean? Show proof of your facts. Like I literally did not address the situation until I had all of the evidence. And it's crazy because like the bulk of things that happen, out of all of it, like you're now even denying the fact that you deleted information. Like how is it that you have information? I've had several people see this information on your page, on your profile. It wasn't private then, it wasn't deleted then. Now all of a sudden you're gone, not being seen. And it's like you can't sit here and try to make your case if you can't even prove it. So at this point right now, that shit is just a dead ship in the water at the end of the day. It's not going anywhere. But you know how it is, man. We when you're dealing with, you know, situations like this where it's honestly it's really hard to believe at some points, but like I said, like it was so weird, like and then like I tried to even give an excuse to explain the picture myself and it's like, but wait a minute, why is this okay? And then if it was okay, then why didn't you tell me then? Why didn't you say to me, hey, I took a picture with one of my friends, and in case somebody asks you if they see it, you know, it's harmless. It's really harmless. I hope you don't think that I'm doing anything down here with like that. And then maybe if you want, I could talk with put him on the phone, and we can make this proof, validate this proof with you. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like I said, none of this has happened. So for me, it's like, all right, so I got my answer then. And at the end of the day, you know, it's like they say, there's plenty of fish in the sea. I'm not hurting over one that got away. And, my whole thing is, you know, we live and we learn. You know what I mean? And like this situation probably has been like this since the beginning. You know what I mean? Who's to say? Because apparently I don't. I don't know. And no one knows what someone is doing when they're not around because they're not around to see it. And unless they have someone watching or a camera hidden somewhere, then most likely you're never going to know. Because that's just how people are some days. Like, and it's hard for you to give people the benefit of the doubt when you know these things exist in people, you know. So for me, it's been just like, damn, man, I really wish that at some point I could be with someone or meet someone that really just has an honest heart and understands, like, you know, if I say I'm with you, I'm not ever against you. And if I say that I'm riding for you, you ain't gotta bank on nothing else but that because it's a guarantee, you know. And I believe that it's not that people don't see in me. It's the fact that people see that it that in me and they want to use it. So as weird as that may be, you know what I mean. I notice that myself even because I know that people are, you know, there are people in the world that will take you for granted. They will take you and use you for everything they can get from you, you know. And unfortunately, you know what I mean. Like I just don't know, you know what I mean. Like what's really true or not. And like I said, I've been dealing with this, you know, for my, you know, for my own situation since this, you know, since this whole thing started. But at the same time, like I said, to those of y'all that's tuning in with us and checking this video out, you know, I really could use your help. So don't hesitate. Either drop it in the comments below or do me a solid. If you're in the live stream with me, join in because I need to talk with you. Like, I want to know what you think about this situation. I might even break it in and give you the full details. You know what I mean? Like, but you know, anybody who is anybody in this situation, if you're familiar and you've been talking with me on the side, you know, I would like to hear from you as well. Um, but anybody else, like I said, if you want to know like the full story, full details, you know, I'll break it down to you. Drop me a DM, and we'll talk. But yeah, like I really have been humbly just sitting here trying to, you know, put all this shit together because truth be told, I'm falling back on this shit. You know what I'm saying? I have nothing else really to say. After today, you know, I wanted to get this out so that, you know, it's no longer something to think about or talk about. And I can close the door on this shit. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to really talk about this. I appreciate everybody who will have input or has input to put in on this because I've been through the longest time of just dealing with this shit. And, you know, we're talking 4 years of a relationship that, you know, I thought it was going somewhere. And then all of a sudden, shit happens. And I end up getting the worst stick. I end up getting the worst stick of the fucking of all of them. So it's like, what do you do with that? You know, and then like I said, I'm not upset. I'm not, you know, sad about the situation. I'm more disappointed in the time I wasted, you know, because in spite of everything, you know, and all the things that, you know, have been a part of this situation, you know what I mean? I don't think that, you know, at any given time that, you know, this couldn't be better. So, you know, for me, I'm just like, this is gonna happen. We're gonna deal with, you know, some falls, some pitfalls. Like shit. Today I hit my, I fucking busted my nose open and shit. So if my shit looks a little swollen up here, that's probably why. But at the end of the day, like I'm still alive. I'm still kicking. I'm still here. You know, my nose bled for a little bit. Still a little sore, but hell, I'm all right. You know, take a nap and I'll be good in the morning. You know, but we deal with situations as they come. Some of us know how to handle them more um, skillfully. Others are trying to feel their way through the situation and hope not to crack up in between. You know what I mean? Because a lot of things that go on in our situations can be devastating, and it'd be very hard to do all of that. You know, sometimes like going through it is not easy to deal with. It's not easy to have like all of this stuff, laid out and be, a part of it. You know what I mean? But like I was saying before, excuse me, you can't let everything get to you. Can't let stuff be a distraction to you, putting you in a dark space. Because at the end of the day, you know, you only got one life to live, and if you spend your life being miserable or letting other people create misery in your life, you know, that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna end up being miserable the rest of your life. Um, but I know myself, I know for myself that if you really, really want to be happy, you have to pursue happiness and start with yourself first. Make yourself happy, be content and enjoying your own company before you ask or invite someone else into your space. And that's something I'm having to learn because I've put myself and my feelings to the side for others. And I do that often when it comes to the woman I love. So nothing really puts me, you know, back on the situation like when I'm in a situation with someone. Like my relationship with this person has to be solid because, me personally, I need that in my life because a solid person around me helps me to be stable mentally, physically, and emotionally. Um, Someone who's constantly helping me to build myself up while I build her up, you know, is definitely someone I need in my corner. And Lord allows me to live long enough to see it, I shall have it. So I'm not gonna worry about what's going on right now. I'm not gonna take any inventory on the things that have taken place, whether they hurtful or not. You know, like I said, we go through these things almost all the time, and you know, with the way things are going in the world today, shit like this is bound to happen to you one day or another. Um, you just got to know how to deal with it and learn to, accept what's happening and be prepared to handle it in the best way possible. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, I don't know. Like everybody, I guess everybody expected me to be like really upset, like really mad, like ready to fight, throw shit, break this and all of that. I'm just not gonna do that. First off, I don't want to destroy any of my property for some asshole. Let's just be honest with you. A person that'll do you like this is an asshole, straight up. And to act as if you don't have that just. And I'm just saying, y'all, look at the photos before you even answer these questions. Look at the video that I posted on the timeline before you even think about these questions, and then answer. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I know what I was told from the people that I trust. And it's not just them. There's plenty of other things like I can show you that literally fall into line with all of this. So it's like, how can you deny it if it's sitting right here? This doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And to me, the thing that does make sense is just me stepping the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real. Like, It's that time for me to just step off and, you know, in the most subtlest way I can, like, just be able to, you know, expect that this has to happen, you know, because I, let's just say this: time is short. You know, we don't have an idea of how long we have on this planet. None of us do. And, you know, personally, like I said to you guys all the time, my Pee Weebles know, y'all know, Peasy says this more than enough. You are born alone and you'll die alone. But no one should have to live alone. No one should have to live their life alone. Um, and that's just me. That's just, I mean, you can, you know, have your own little thoughts about this, but me personally, that's just my thoughts on it. And like I said, I'm a good person. I really know that at the end of it all, things can be difficult for people like me. But at the end of the day, like you can't always get upset over things that you don't see going your way or things that don't happen to be in your favor all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, to myself, I don't have a worry about where things are going for me right now. I have a worry about, you know what I mean, how I'm, you know, how people are perceiving me, you know what I mean? Because I've been through a lot and I know I wasn't always the best person to do these things, you know, but at the end of the day, when you when you in here and you in situations, you kind of just have to go with it, you know, go with what's going on and make sure that everything you do, you know, you stand on your truth. So for me, like, you know, I just been moving in that way. And yesterday, today, you know, each day has gotten a lot better as it goes on. And, you know, I'm not, like I said, I'm not aiming to, you know, be more concerned about the problems of the day and, you know, what new information came up about this person that has, you know, just completely taken my heart and thrown the shit in the trash. At the end of the day, you know, we live and we learn, you know. So for me, it's like, yo, I ain't ever, I ain't ever gonna let that fucking shit happen or befall me again. And no, and I can't say never, so I'm gonna take that back because you never say never, especially knowing that anytime that happens and you happen to utilize that phrase, things tend to happen that way. So, you know, I'm just like, move on, let's go. Life is gonna be a lot better moving forward because eventually the hurt and pain that you may experience in this situation right now is always something that passes with time. So I'm not wrapped up in that shit, and I'm not gonna let it wrap me up because apparently it doesn't work to try. It doesn't work to even push for something that, you know what I mean, isn't going anywhere at this point. Like, and as long as it's going to stay where the only things you can say to me is what you want, what you think I want to hear, that's not gonna work. It's just not gonna work. God dang it. I got you. I got you. I got you. Give me just a second. Almost lost you. Damn. Damn. Keyboard came up. I don't know, y'all, but it's just like I'm just like, you know, I ain't gonna say I'm feeling fed up. I'm sick of love because I'll never be sick of love. Love has been a good fueling point a good fuel for anyone who's just looking to, you know, find that happiness in their life. You know what I mean? Because love will bring it, but it also brings a lot of pain as well sometimes. You know, because nothing ever comes easy. So everything that involves love, a lot of times, you know, things do happen and people get hurt. I know myself, but I know myself. I've been through, I've been through a lot of things, and as I said many times before, even yesterday, my hands ain't always been clean in any of these situations. But what I have come to, learn and understand as I've gotten older is your past doesn't make you who you are. You are capable of change, and you are capable of changing the way that people perceive you in many ways too. So um, all it takes is for you to have a different attitude about things, a better, more positive outlook on things, no matter what the circumstances are. Because I've been in some pretty shitty ones. Believe me, I'm almost always going through a couple of them almost every other day. But like I said, I don't let that phase me. I don't have malice against these things. I've learned that it is easier to forgive and move forward than to continue to be obsessed with these situations and how they have caused you pain, or exacerbating the agitation of how it made you feel. Like, you know what I mean? Like, real talk, it's not going to be any better if you keep harping on it. You're better off just walking out of it and leaving it alone, because no one, oh, oh shit, excuse me, no one is actually trying to, you know, hold you down. Well, people probably are trying to hold you down in so many ways. But like, there's some people that are probably trying to hold you down. But at the end of the day, it's only up to you to allow it to continue, because you're not you're not alone in this situation. And being that, even if you are seeming like you're alone, you're really not. Just your conscious mind has an inner connection to somebody that can help you through anything. All you need to do is tap in. And in reality, you know, you hold the keys to your situation, to how you end it and how you fix it. In most cases, your fixing often comes with you just finding a more positive way of of moving forward, because no one can fix the problems that have happened in the past. Things that happen, and often, you know, there is no reversing what happens. So at this point in time, when you realize that there's no going back, you can't turn around, you can't fix things, you are just to forgive yourself for the mistakes that you made, and forgive those around you who have, done you wrong, and find a positive way to walk away from it, and just be the one person that you plan to be, and you set a goal to be. Because in all reality, I'm gonna be honest with you, this shit just made me go even harder. Like, harder, harder. And I don't believe that at some point in this time frame that I'm going to be stifled, like, or stuck in a rut, or feeling like no one will ever love me the same as I thought I had it, you know. So to the lucky woman who gets my heart, you got a good one, and I hope you know that. But I'm just saying that because, like, at the end of the day, I want y'all to know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about this because this is the last time I'm gonna talk about it, and that's why I brought it up today as a topic Tuesday to talk about. Because really though, like, like I said, I don't really give a fuck at this point. I can't even get my mind wrapped around it because what the fuck? I tried, and I don't feel bad about anything because I definitely have tried. I definitely put my best foot forward. I didn't push or try to, you know, do anything that wasn't gonna go according to the plans or to uh, go against the grain at any given point. And in no way, shape, or form am I to blame for any of the things that have taken place. You know what I mean? But, you know, I just know that, you know, as a human being in this planet, pain is just like, should be another thing that happens. But it's just nutty how we all go through all these things. Hmm. But you know, I need I need to think on every little thing that, you know, makes me happy now. I think that's what I need to start doing. Focusing more on the things that have transpired that make me happy, make me smile, bring me joy. Because I've been in much under much pain, you know, a lot of, you know, just frustration and trying to understand, you know, all of these different things that, you know, maybe I felt like I may have, you know, done wrong or something, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, everybody else around me is like, yo, man, I don't even know why you thinking like that. Because, bro, you didn't do nothing wrong. Bro, what need, there ain't, I'm not a trendy guy. I'm not a trendy type of guy. I'm a guy that not many people are familiar with meeting because the women all have them or have a man like me. And even the men like even some of the men like from what I've been getting told, there are men there are women out here looking for a man like me. And, um, like I said earlier, any woman that catches me is lucky to have me. Trust me, because I take care of mine, and I definitely try my damnedest to make sure that you know everything that I can do, I will do, and I do with no hesitation because it's for the one that I love. So I'm definitely going to take this time now since we're down to the last 6 minutes of the show, and just say like we here on the Peasy Show. We love you guys. We love having these conversations with you. And like I said before, if there's anybody in the comment section after the show checking the recap, please feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section of this live stream to tell me how you think about this, what you think about this situation. Um, like I'm, what would you do? You know what I mean? And that's my question. What would you do if you were me? How would you deal with this if you were me? You know what I'm saying? Like, would this be something that you would do what I did? Maybe you wouldn't. Maybe you do something else. But I would love to hear from you about this. So don't hesitate. Feel free and come on in and hit me up on the comment section with this track and let me know because like honestly, I am definitely waiting to hear another source of opinions because I've had plenty of them being given to me throughout this week. So for me,
Marvin, here is your reminder. 5 minutes to get out of here.
I'm just like, all right, you know, we all fall down, but like Donnie McClurkin, we get up, you know. So I ain't gonna let it hate. I ain't gonna let it haze me none. I'm not gonna let it, you know, take me down and put me in a funky
Music
situation.
volume set to 80%.
Mr. Brock, what's up, buddy? But yeah, man, like for real, like I won't let none of this take me down. I can't. You know what I'm saying? So what's really going to happen is just the fact that, you know, I'm gonna continue to do what I gotta do, take care of mine, and just move forward. And hopefully all parties involved do the same. Because apparently, you know what I mean, it seems like that's the best thing to do at this point.
7:56. 7:56 p.m.
I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Like when I first got, you know, the drop on that, I couldn't help it. I was hurt. I was definitely hurt, you know. And yeah, pain is deep. Pain cut me hella deep because for the first time in my life, I had given up the one thing that I was never good at doing, turning down women who were coming at me while I was in a relationship. Like, that's something that I had a hard time dealing with. But I guess now, you know what I'm saying, it's good enough for me to keep a dedication and show that I am dedicated and I can be dedicated and
7:57 p.m.
with someone to show them that, you know what I mean, my loyalty stands firm. So with that being said, I'm gonna end these last 3 minutes with the show's favorite song of the day, just to give you guys a little bit of relaxation from the rant I've been on for this last hour. So I appreciate y'all for tuning in with me, man. And I
0
hope
minutes
you guys
play
come
video
through and
button.
check us out for
Swipe up or
tomorrow's
swipe
New
down
Wave
to
Music
adjust.
Wednesday,
Tap to activate.
which is up next. So I hope you guys are appreciatively joining and enjoying the show today. The conversation was about, you know, me breaking up with my baby mother and the reasons behind it. So if you want to check it in and check out, recap, rewind, playback, and let me know what you think. All right, drop it in the comments below. Peace. See you tomorrow.
Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go.
This music 7:58 p.m. Windows status on. Tap to activate.
You know what time it is. Hey. Grab your camera phones, your device, kick off your shoes and grab yourself some popcorn, baby. Music show is on Monday through Saturday, 7 p.m. Baby. Grab your camera phones, your device, kick off your shoes and grab yourself some popcorn, baby. Music show is on like you. Hey, vibe, we got the vibe. Welcome to my room, yes, I'm blind. Monday to Saturday live. East Coast time, yeah. We on the ride, kick off the shoes, enjoy the ride. What we can do is motivate minds, motivate them up there, all up on your life. Topics to try, let me name the crime. Waste some time, till we get to Wednesday where we can ride to new way. This is where the individuals thrive. Talk that Thursday, if we don't talk, you don't talk to me. Open mind to be to a place where you can see your time to me. But I like Saturdays, remind me of the most cypher days. You don't like it, you can buy my stage. You only got 30 minutes on the screen. So what you come to over me, you can be the part of me here to be the team. I call my PPE peace. Catch me weekly on the front seat. What you come to over me, you can be a part of me here to be the team. I call my PPE peace. Catch me weekly on the front seat. Hey, I want them talking about it. Tell them all about it. Tell them, let them tell
Tell them, let's talk about it. Talk about it. Talk about it. Yeah, we gonna talk about it. Talk about it. Hey, check us out for New Wave Wednesday. Back at y'all again tomorrow. Peace and love, y'all. We'll see you later. Bye.